1985, the first chapter of Dragon Ball came out in the Weekly Shōnen Jump. Nobody knew it yet, but the manga of Akira Toriyama was about to be one of the most successful manga of all time. The author of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, created his manga inspired by the Journey to the West, a Chinese tale. The main character of Dragon Ball, Goku, is actually inspired by the Monkey King, Sun Wukong, which explains his tale. But what people didn't know back then was that Dragon Ball, which was later adapted into anime in 1986, would achieve monumental success worldwide. This masterpiece has marked generation and continues to do so, earning its place as a legend. Yo, what up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you can still subscribe. But hey, you saw it, today we're going to talk about Dragon Ball, but not any Dragon Ball adaptation. We're going to talk about the worst movie ever, Dragon Ball Evolution. So for those of you that don't really know what Dragon Ball is, first of all, that's amazing. And here's a quick summary. Dragon Ball starts with a kid named Goku, who has a monkey tail and extraordinary strength. He meets Bulma, a genius inventor searching for magical Dragon Balls, 7 herbs that when gathered summon a dragons who grants a wish. Together they travel the world fighting villains, entering martial arts tournaments and discovering the limits of their abilities. After Dragon Ball came the second Dragon Ball Z, where we follow a more mature Goku, but he still stays the character we learn to love, keeping his innocence. It has extraordinary arcs, starting with the Saiyan arc, where we dive deeper into Goku's origins, followed by the Namek arc, where our character faces Frieza, a bloodthirsty being. Then comes the Cyborg arc, where we discover a genetically created super powerful being, another being again. And finally the Buu arc, where our heroes confront a nearly unbeatable monster. And after all that, we got the last chapter of Dragon Ball, which is Bye Bye Dragon World. That should have been the last chapter, the final chapter of Dragon Ball. But we got something else after. You should know that the author of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, was a little bit tired. He didn't really like Dragon Ball. So he wanted to rest, that's why he wrote the final chapter. But they couldn't let go something as big as Dragon Ball because that's a big franchise. That's when Dragon Ball GT came. This anime cycle wasn't based on Toriyama manga. It brought Goku back as a kid, introduced Super Saiyan 4 and sent the character on space adventures and everything. The fans are divided by Dragon Ball GT, but one thing is for sure, the opening is banger. But that was far from being the worst thing that is going to happen to Dragon Ball, because a greater heaviness is coming, something that traumatized generations. One of the worst things that humankind has done, Dragon Ball Evolution. So the 20th century Fox bought the right to adapt the Dragon Ball franchise way back in 2002. The goal was to turn the global success of Akira Toriyama's manga and anime into a live-action movie that Western audience could connect with. And that's when you wanna say that's something good, right? Dragon Ball finally gonna get a live adaptation that's gonna attract more audience. Oh hell no. The project took years to get off the ground. James Wong was brought as a director and Ben Ramsey was paid to write the script. Stephen Chow, known for a film like Kung Fu Hustle, was attached as a producer. Hollywood wanted something that looked cool, felt relatable and could appeal to people who didn't already know Dragon Ball. That's why Goku was portrayed as a modern American high schooler, and much of the tone leans toward teen drama rather than adventurous and spiritual tone of the source. So they were just like, yo, I got an idea. You're going to make a live action of Dragon Ball, but we're gonna take away everything that made Dragon Ball unique. For example, Goku live in the wild. Okay, we're gonna put him in the city. And he's Asian and live freely. Okay, that's cool. We're gonna cast a white boy and put him in high school. Bro, they did not even try, bro. Why did they do that? Why did they think that that could be a good idea? But you're going to say, it can be that bad, can it? Okay, let's see if it's that bad.
In a time before many can remember, our planet faced its greatest challenge. A warlord named Piccolo came from beyond the stars, bringing darkness and chaos to our once peaceful world. Aided by his disciple Ozaru, the evil pair brought the human race to the brink of annihilation. Cities and countries crumbled beneath them. Countless lives were lost. But finally, a group of brave warriors created the Mafuba, a powerful enchantment that imprisoned Piccolo deep within the earth.
Come on, man, that's Dragon Balls, not Piccolo Balls. At least he got the Mafuba right, but bro, come on, you can do better than that. The movie didn't respect the original adaptation at all, but hey, the first sentence of the movie was, the first rule is, there are no rules. That's why we got what we got. Why is Goku white? That's more Gabriel than Goku at this point, bro. But anyway, we see him training with his grandpa. He's teaching him ki. Goku is struggling to use ki. This information is really important for later. He even met his grandpa eat an insect. After the training, Gohan and Goku went to the greenhouse where Gohan gave Goku a box. When Goku opens the box, he found the orange ball. It's the first star's Dragon Ball. There are only 7. His grandfather explained him that when we gather the 7, a huge dragon appears and we got one wish. They should do it before the eclipse. I still don't know why, but that's it. And after that, Goku goes to high school with his bike. And it turned out that he's being bullied by the boyfriend of Shishi, Fuller, and his gang. No, that's not Spider-Man. That's still Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Evolution. The boy asked Goku to kick him, but Goku made a promise to his grandfather to not fight. Damn. And later on, we can see that Piccolo is now free. He's searching for the Dragon Balls. How did he escape? I guess he just did. We don't know, cause like the original show, Pilaf freed him, but now we don't know how he escaped. They attacked the village, took a Dragon Ball from a woman. Back in school, Chichi is struggling to open her locker. Goku tried to use his energy to help her, but he accidentally opened all the lockers and Chichi noticed him. It turns out she knows what ki is and invite Goku to her party. Yeah, that's still Dragon Ball, but that's Dragon Ball Evolution. And yeah, remember that earlier Goku couldn't use ki. So why the hell he opens Chichi locker without struggling, bro? At home, Goku gets ready and decided to take the Dragon Ball with him for absolutely no reason. And again, Goku encountered his bullies, but this time that was different. He kicked their asses by dodging their punches, so they neutralized themselves. But anyway, Goku talked with Shishi a little bit while Piccolo came to his home, killed his granddad because he was looking for the Dragon Ball, blah 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 blah. And Goku felt something wrong, so he decided to go back home. And then, you know what, I don't even want to go through the details no more. Let's speedrun it. So he met Bulma. She didn't have blue hairs. They become allies to look for the Dragon Balls. Goku and look for Master Roshi. When they found him, they fought. They become friends. They met Yamcha. He was bad, now he's good. They become friends. Boy, I got enough of this shit. And after that, Master Roshi was learning the Mafuba to imprisionize Piccolo. Shishi taught Goku how to use the Kamehameha. Yeah, that's Dragon Ball, but don't forget that's Dragon Ball Evolution. And Shishi stole the Dragon Ball from Goku. Turned out it wasn't Shishi, it was a minion of Piccolo. How did he change his form? The fuck would I know? And after that incident, they took Yamcha a flying car. Hold up, when did he have a flying car? But anyway, they went to fight Piccolo with special effect Rosie of the Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers. Goku put outfit on like he was Superman and gets ready to fight Piccolo, but plot twist, it's actually him, Ozaru. And Piccolo knew it, but Ozaru hadn't disappeared like 200 years ago when Piccolo got sealed. So why is he coming back on Earth like 18 years ago? What happened? Yeah, that's Dragon Ball, but don't forget, that's Dragon Ball Evolution. And Ozaru killed Master Roshi, but before he died, he was with the world. You must know who you are. With great power come with great responsibilities. And Goku turned back, used the power of friendship, killed Piccolo, summoned the dragon. He wasn't even talking, bro. And the sky wasn't even black. They resurrected Master Roshi. Everything is good, but later on, they showed us that Piccolo was still alive. It ended finally. I can't do this anymore. As you already know, the movie was a huge flop and the ratings were really low. The story wasn't even close to the original thing. You can easily understand why it's so hated, and that's literally the worst movie that I've ever seen. But hey, Dragon Ball Evolution was kind of a blessing in disguise because it allowed us to have Dragon Ball Z, the Battle of Gods, and after that, what happened belonged to history. So guys, it's already the end of the video. If you enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what is your favorite Dragon Ball adaptation. I'm out.